Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Our Take. We are your hosts. I'm Taylor.
I'm Connor.
So, first, I want to apologize for a couple things. I know last week we did not have anything for you guys. That's due to a couple reasons. One being I was at Comic Con Honolulu here the entire weekend, so I wasn't really able to watch anything. Um, if for some reason you guys would like a video about that, then maybe we can come up with something. I do have a few things that I got for you, Connor, you, Ocean, and Zach from the convention.
Oh
Um,
wow, I got gifts.
so at some point I'll get it to you. I don't know. Probably better to just wait for you to come back,
Yeah, just wait till I move back.
um, but they're nothing like crazy. It's just cool little things.
Yeah,
And
sweet.
yeah, had a good time. And then on top of that, Ocean had just come back from his training, and so he was trying to catch up on some things, and he was going to be with us on this movie because I know he wanted to watch this as well. Unfortunately, him as well as a couple of our friends had like some crazy stuff going on, their families, so they're not going to be available for the time being. I'm not. We'll try to get them back as soon as they can, but some of the
Yeah,
stuff is pretty serious, so you know they can take all the time they need. And
yeah,
top of that, just in case you guys want to know, there was a crazy ass fire that was in Maui, which has been really big over here. So a
yeah,
lot of donations and um, organizations coming together to help out our neighbors over there. But yeah, that's I guess our short little current events, I guess. But let's get into the movie that we are actually here to talk about, Connor. This is who the
T-
hell?
this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. It's directed by Jeff Rowe and produced by Seth Rogen.
Yeah, this is distributed by Paramount. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
this movie came out what August 2nd,
yeah, last weekend.
last weekend. Yeah, so
Um, yeah. So the cast list for this one: Jackie Chan as Master Splinter, uh, Nicholas Cantu as Leonardo, Micah Abbey as Donatello, Brady Noon as Raphael, and Shaman Brown Jr. as Michelangelo. Um, Seth Rogen as Bebop, John Cena as Rocksteady, um, Ice Cube as Superfly, Post Malone as Ray Fillet,
I did
Paul Rudd
not
as
even notice that.
yeah, Paul Rudd as Mondo Gecko,
Him too. I didn't recognize him.
Natasha Dimitru as Wingnut, Rose Byrne as Leatherhead, um, Giancarlo Esposito as Baxter Stockman, Maya Rudolph as Cynthia Utrom, Hannibal Buress as Genghis Frog, and Ayo Edebiri as April O'Neil.
Yeah. So pretty big cast for this movie. This is
Yeah,
another animated film. It's another unique animated film. And
yeah,
so, as always, we'll give you our spoiler free thoughts, a rating, and then jump right into the spoilers at the end. So, Connor, what did you think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I had a really good time. Super fun. Um, Overall, it was a blast to be in and watch the movie. And I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I liked the art style, even though it was like super kind of like an ugly art style, like it was purposely done that way. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, that was my thoughts on it.
All right. For me, I love the movie as well. I thought it was really fun. It's a great time. To me, it feels very similar to when I watched Into the Spider Verse, in the sense
Yeah,
where it's like I love the art style. Certain things I would say is ugly, but like overall, I thought it was really cool looking. Like certain humans
yeah.
specifically look really wonky,
Well,
but
yeah, I think it's just like a very grunge art style. Like
yeah,
compared to the
but
Spider Verse, it's not very slick. It's very like uh dirty, if
yeah,
you know what I mean. Which
but
I think
it's
matches it well because it's
yeah, it
about
does
like
for sure.
mutant turtles from the sewer. So
Yeah,
it's like,
but there was I will say there was like I think I guess because of the style on this one, there was actually some more impressive like lighting effects that I enjoyed in this movie,
hmm
even more so than Into the Spider Verse style. So I thought that was really great. The music was super good.
yeah,
Um, I mean, I love everything about it. Honestly, all the side characters, the turtles. I thought
yeah,
everybody did great. A lot of voice actors I could not recognize so well in this movie, which I guess is, I mean, it's not a good or a bad thing, but I guess it's kind of cool. The only ones I
yeah,
really picked up on were like Jackie Chan, I could tell,
yeah. And Ice
Ice
Cube,
Cube for sure, Seth
yeah,
Rogen. But everybody else, like for the most part, also uh, what's his name, John Carlos Esposito,
yeah,
him as well. I could tell, but they have like very distinct,
recognizable.
yeah, and
Yeah,
recognizable voices. So, but
I mean,
everybody else, it
so
was
does.
really hard.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, they do. But like, even like, I don't know. I thought it was very cool that a lot of the voice actors got to kind of create voices that you wouldn't recognize them with. You know what I mean? Like Paul
No,
Rudd.
I know,
He's
like
got a
I like
very like
that. I'm
distinctive
just saying it's
voice,
something
but yeah,
I was interesting to see. Like after finishing the movie and watching the credits roll, I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize that that was this person voicing this
yeah,
character. So I think
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah,
But yeah, honestly, the movie I thought was great overall. I'm excited for the second one.
yeah. Me
Um,
too.
if anything, there's like one thing that I would say it's not negative, and it doesn't really matter. But I'll talk about it in the spoilers. But it's just one like little tiny thing. But ultimately, it doesn't even matter. Um, so yeah, I thought the movie was awesome. So Connor,
Awesome.
what would you rate this movie?
I would give this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think this is a 9 out of 10 as well.
Yeah,
It's just missing like I feel like just a little bit to like put it over, and it's
yeah.
like really
There's
close.
yeah. I think the second movie, if they do it well, like they did this movie, will probably bring it up to a 10.
I'm
Like, you
gonna
know what I
agree
mean?
with that
It's
as well.
I think it's missing a certain character that
It's a little punchier,
yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah,
do agree. I think if they pull off the second movie just as
yeah,
well as they did with this one, I think the second movie is going to be a 10 out of 10 because
yeah.
there's some characters that are just so iconic in Team MT
Yeah.
that they just have a lot
They
of
they bring the whole thing together.
a lot of
Yeah.
fan base behind it. So, but this is an awesome movie, and I love the characters they had in it. But that's why I'm cool with a 9 out of 10 as well. So that's your score for this movie from us, and this will be your official.
Spoiler alert.
All right. So real quick, who is your favorite turtle?
Uh who's my favorite turtle?
Yeah, not necessarily because of the movie, but just in general.
Oh, in
It might
general?
relate, but
In general, Raphael is the best
okay.
one, dude. Yeah. Raphael's the G.
He's cool. Yeah, I like him.
Okay. Who's your favorite turtle?
Mine is Leonardo, but
Okay.
Raphael's my second though.
Yeah. Raphael's just he's got the trench coat and shit. He's just cool, man.
Yeah,
He's
he is cool.
like
I mean, they're all cool, but yeah, he's
yeah.
definitely cool.
Um But actually, my favorite for this movie specifically, my favorite character was Paul Rudd's character, the gecko.
He's
I thought he
great.
was fucking
Yeah,
hilarious,
he's
and I was
super
like,
fun in this movie.
yeah. Even out of like all the turtles and everything, like they were all really good, but yeah, the just the random. most of the random mutants were like my favorite characters. Like
Yeah,
the fucking
it's surprising how usually like a nobody supporting character, how well
yeah,
they stand out in this movie.
yeah, like Bebop and Rocksteady were fucking
They were super fun
funny.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, and the
all
fucking
the
cockroach mutant lady who was just like it was like
okay,
fucking funny.
I mean, it was funny, but it got a little too much at a certain point. But
Yeah,
but it was really funny.
yeah, it was fucking hilarious. And yeah, I just loved Paul Rudd's performance, and he was just like, "Hey, yo, dude. So like when
I
the
dig
machine
your
goes into
vibe.
the yeah, he's like, so when the machine that turns animals into mutants goes into the ocean and then it like goes off. What do you think happens?" And like and there's like a giant whale that starts like walking up on the. It's like, oh, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah, the humor was so good in this.
Yeah,
The
it was
music
really
was
good.
great. Um, just the I don't know why I can't think of the word, but the chemistry between all the characters I thought were done so
Yeah,
well in this.
yeah, the chemistry between the brothers and everything, and their dynamic was really good. You could tell that they like definitely recorded their lines like in the same room.
Yeah,
And it wasn't
Jackie
like,
Chan I thought did a great job as
yeah, Master Splinter.
Master
Yeah,
Splinter. Yeah, yeah. I was actually kind of surprised that for the emotional elements in this movie, mostly because I'm not like a diehard TMNT fan, but I do enjoy it. It's
yeah,
just something I never consumed as much when I was a kid because there was just other things that I liked more. But I always liked them. But I thought like the emotional moments in this movie were actually like really good for him. Like when he's one caring for his his kids basically, and then on top of that, like I guess the self realization of he was
yeah,
doing a lot of things that he thought was good, and not it's not necessarily like a bad thing, but he might have just been a little too much, as a
yeah,
father, trying to be
yeah,
overprotective, I guess. So I like that a lot in this movie.
yeah. They did a really good job on the family dynamic, um, and even like Ice Cube's character was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he was actually really good.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good villain, even though I mean, he is a villain, but kind of.
He's kind of like in that middle ground,
Yeah,
not fully.
I mean, he does at the end of the movie where he just goes all
Yeah, I
like
mean he
fucking
goes off,
crazy.
but
But
like he's like borderline anti-hero kind of
yeah,
range.
yeah.
It's super
Overall,
funny. Love his
I,
lines too. I love all the references in this movie. There's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. I do love all the references too. Overall, I love this movie as like a setup movie. I
Yeah,
love this movie as like a setup movie
a
to
great.
the actual movie that's coming
Right.
next.
This is like a great introduction to the turtles, and
Right,
then now we're ready for like the mainline story.
right. Because there's an end credit scene where it shows Shredder
Just a
and
little bit.
yeah, just a little bit, but I'm super fucking stoked for that because it looks
Me too. I think
like
he's
this
gonna look
movie
fucking
has
dope.
yeah, and this movie has definitely made like a huge impression of like, okay, I can see this being as like where the sequel's better than the original, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
Yes. Absolutely agree with that. 100%.
yeah, and I think Seth Rogen did a good job in producing it, and Jeff Rowe did a really good job directing it, and I
Yeah.
hope that they you know hit a home run with the sequel because I'm super stoked for that one,
Yeah. I am
especially
as
with
well.
like the secret characters and Shredder and the like bad guy lady who's like the shadow government figure, but
Yeah. We
her
did not
she's
get
actually
a look at what's his name? Casey Jones?
no. I don't know if Casey Jones is in this series, like as a person.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna actually add him or if they're just gonna kind of. you know, keep him as just like a reference or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that'd be
But
cool either way.
yeah,
But
but I'm super stoked because it seems like they have a lot of like really cool ideas, and not only Shredder but the lady who's like the boss
yeah,
of
the
Shredder or whatever.
evil corporate
What's her name?
person. I don't even remember
It's like
honestly.
Cynthia Utrom. But yeah, that in the comics or the I guess the animated series too. But Utrom is like was like a company that's actually controlled by the um, Krang race. So she could potentially be Krang, the alien brain guy.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
Actually, that'd be pretty cool because I mean, she
because
does
in
great as her like character now as is, but that would
yeah
make her a little bit cooler.
yeah, and in the show, Krang used to like control Shredder and be like, "You have to do what I say," and Shredder's be like, "I don't hate doing what you say. Fuck you."
Yeah. So maybe a third movie.
Yeah, maybe a third movie, or yeah, probably a third movie. I'd
I
like
would
the second one
prefer a third one.
just to be Shredder.
Yeah, I think it's especially because they finished with the introduction of Shredder in this movie.
Yeah,
2, I
yeah,
feel like gotta be all Shredder. 3, I
yeah.
think, with that point would be cool to start leading into the full.
Space shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But yeah, really cool set pieces in this movie. I love a lot of like the action scenes are very zippy,
yeah,
super well animated. Um, it, I think the final fight was kind of just more of like a funny kind of gag thing. I don't know if I really
yeah. It
was
wasn't
like I
very
didn't.
serious.
Yeah, and I wasn't really like okay. I wasn't like super impressed with like him just turning into a giant like
Weird
conglomeration
abomination.
yeah
Yeah,
of like
yeah. I
animals.
wasn't either. But because it's the first movie, I'm like, okay, that's fine. He's just like a
It-
throwaway thing.
yeah. That's what it felt like. It felt like kind of he just turned into like a throwaway like he's not even a giant kaiju. He's like he becomes like a whale and a fly mixed together. But then he's also somehow like absorbing other animals,
Yeah,
and the
honestly,
animals just become his limbs. So he has
it
like a
doesn't.
leg full of just horses. I'm just like,
Horses
what?
and deer. Like,
Yeah, it's just like it's not like he's just like turned into a mutated animal. He's just like a conglomeration of a bunch of different animals that
yeah,
are just stuck together.
it's really weird
Yeah, he has like a
because
giraffe on his fucking face.
yeah, it's not even like they. It's not like he has properties or characteristics from these animals.
Yeah, he
It's
just has the
literally
animals.
just if you took glue and stuck animals together, that's what it looked like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
form limbs and all that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah,
But he was primarily just a whale, honestly, which also doesn't make sense because where the ooze
yeah.
dropped, there wouldn't be anything probably. If anything, it's probably like small fish, But
Yeah,
you know, that's putting too
it's
much
yeah, that's
too much
fine.
thought into it. But yeah, it is just a throwaway like
Yeah,
whatever mini boss like thing. Um, I
but
think it's fine just
it's
because
okay.
it
Yeah,
lets all the characters come together and realize what they're capable of and being a
yeah,
family and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. I'm hoping that yeah, I agree, and I'm hoping that in the next movie it's a little more.
then we can get serious.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little more like okay, Shredder. It's gotta be
He's
Shredder's
about to
Shredder.
fuck some people up.
Yeah, you better not turn him into like I love the '90s TMNT like Secret of the Ooze movies where Vanilla Ice is singing and Shredder turns into a fucking rage Hulk monster. But please don't do that in this movie. Please do not turn him into a giant mutated Hulk monster.
No,
Just
yeah, just
in a
give us
shredder.
super jacked, badass Shredder.
Yeah, yeah. Don't turn him into Super Shredder.
No, at least not that kind of super Shredder.
Yeah, not that kind of Super Shredder.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but other than that, I think everything else I didn't really like. Nothing else kind of stood out as like okay, like I don't know.
Yeah.
That was the only thing was the end fight. Everything else I was just kind of like okay, like
The
that.
other thing I could say I'm not that into, but this is not really a negative because I never liked the character is April O'Neil.
Yeah.
I never liked April O'Neil at all. So
Yeah, I don't know.
she's just, I mean, she's fine. It's just, I don't know. It's like almost pointless, honestly. Um,
Yeah, I don't really know what her role is besides being a reporter, but it's like, I guess, I don't know.
I mean, I know she's like the first friend of the group and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just, I guess, I
and
don't know.
she was funny when she had her like ridiculous fucking puke moment.
Yeah,
That was funny.
that was funny. I did like that moment, but yeah, I don't know. Her like, uh, urgency in the story, I don't know if that really was warranted, but I guess you could say it's kind of the same thing as like Lois Lane, where it's like
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I also
it's
don't
just
like her too. So
yeah, but it's like a necessary like
yeah, I guess so.
human factor for
The
for a
the,
non-human story,
the human connection. Yeah.
Yeah, the human connection. I guess yeah, you could say. So that's fine. I mean,
No,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
fine.
like
That's why I said it's not a negative.
yeah
I've never been a big fan of it. Um, just even like you said with Lois Lane and Super, like I don't like her, but
yeah
you know.
yeah um
But I mean,
yeah
this movie's it's great. It was funny, hilarious.
yeah. Besides that,
Also, thank you for what's his name. Um, can't remember which one. Donatello. Donatello is what color? Purple.
yeah.
So what's his name? Who plays him? Micah Abbey. I believe it was you. Shout out to you for putting anime a little bit in the spotlight in this movie. He's the one who mentions like Attack on Titan, and his hoodie that he's wearing is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Yeah.
without the words. Um,
Yeah, I didn't get any of those references, so
yeah,
I was kind of like, huh?
yeah, it would just fly right over if you don't know. But I just thought that was cool. They put those in there, I guess, because he's a big fan of anime. So um,
Sweet,
yeah,
nice.
that was really cool. What's one of your favorite scenes for this movie?
Favorite scene. Actually, it's probably the end. Because I thought it was really cool that they like kind of flipped the whole story on its head. And usually, all these mutants, well, like the main one, like Bebop and Rocksteady and all
Yeah,
of them they're usually like the bad guys. They're
right.
usually like always against the turtles, and like the crocodile and everything.
Yeah,
But it turns out at the end that uh, they're like, no, we don't actually like being bad guys, and we kind of just
they're
want
like,
to
we
be like
just want
normal.
to be accepted.
Yeah, yeah, and they end up living with the turtles in their sewer
Yep,
den,
which is
and
awesome.
everyone is like becomes friends and family. Yeah, I thought that was great. So that was my favorite scene because I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that all the mutants are kind of just like hanging out and being friends together. So yeah, that was my favorite scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's really great, and I do agree. It's actually really cool to see them. Um, I mean, they do end up, I guess, doing good things or trying to make up for it, I guess, in the end, which is cool. And they all get together and live kind of live as a family in the sewers, which is awesome. Especially because then we see all these great personalities and characters, more
Yeah.
in the future, but not as disconnected because they're like arch enemies or something.
Yeah.
Um, so I do agree that's a fucking great scene. One of my favorite scenes that I'll say off the top of my head, which is really simple but it's just stupid funny, is the entire time that Master Splitter is trying to tell them, like, as they're growing up, like, don't go to the surface. Humans are evil. They're gonna milk you. And when
Yeah.
they finally get captured, and like he breaks them free, and he's like, wait a minute, does that say milk? And it's like, it zooms in, it's like Mega Milker 6000.
Yeah.
I just thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they actually get milked.
Yeah. I don't
in the
know how
movie.
that actually works, but it was funny.
They were just sucking the ooze out of their
Shells?
fucking bodies. Yeah, I don't know. They just shot it. They probably just stabbed them in the shell and started sucking ooze out or something.
Yeah, but it was funny as fuck because obviously in the beginning you're like, that can't happen, and everyone's like, you don't even have nipples, and it's like, yeah, how the fuck do you milk a turtle? But they do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They definitely do it.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny scene. That was a pretty good scene. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I have nothing really like crazy. I'd just say go watch the movie because it's really good.
Highly recommended for sure.
You should go see it in the theater.
I know it's been out for a couple weeks now, but definitely worth a watch if you haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is if you're, one, not a fan of animated things, and two, for some reason really don't like TMNT. I've never really met somebody that's hated it for particular reasons, so
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, leave a comment in the below stating why you hate the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
If you do, like, I'm just
if you do,
because I mean,
I want to know.
I'm not like super deep in the TMNT, but I still like the style and everything about it. Like, it's just
I've never met anybody
really
who's like hated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but
yeah. But I'm sure there's somebody out there, but
yeah.
I haven't seen them. So, yeah, that's all I got for this movie. Anything else, Connor?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right, well, that'll do it for us here on Our Take. Thank you guys for watching. Please consider leaving us a like if you like the video. Comment down below if for some reason, well, one, if you love the movie, let us know what your favorite scene is. And if you don't like TMNT, please let us know why. We're just curious.
Yeah.
Otherwise, share with a friend. And as always, links to socials will be down in the description below. We will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.